The old man, Pak Daman, lived a simple life. His days were filled with tending to his small rice paddy field and reminiscing about the past. His heart yearned for his son, Budi, who had left their village years ago. Budi, with dreams bigger than their small village, ventured into the bustling city to seek his fortune. Years turned into a decade, and news from Budi became scarce, then non-existent. Pak Daman clung on to the memories of Budi's childhood. He remembered his son's infectious laughter, his insatiable curiosity, and his determination to chase the stars. His wrinkled face would crease with a bittersweet smile every time he thought of Budi, a mixture of pride and longing swirling within him. One day a letter arrived, tattered and worn, from a distant relative in the city. It spoke of Budi's success, a businessman who had made his mark in the concrete jungle. The letter reignited a fire in Pak Daman's soul. He yearned to see his son, to share a meal with him, to look into the eyes of the man Budi had become. Despite his old age, Pak Daman resolved to find Budi. He packed a small bag with a few belongings, his heart overflowing with a father's unwavering love. He bid farewell to his village, his heart heavy with uncertainty, but his steps determined. He held on to the belief that his journey would lead him to his son. The city was a labyrinth of noise and chaos, a stark contrast to the tranquil life Pak Daman was accustomed to. The cacophony of traffic, the towering buildings, the endless stream of unfamiliar faces overwhelmed him. Days turned into nights as he wandered through the city, asking anyone who would listen if they knew of Budi. He showed the faded photograph of Budi, the one he had held onto for years, to strangers who passed him by. Some offered a sympathetic smile, others a dismissive glance. Disappointment gnawed at him, but Pak Daman refused to give up. He clung to the hope that every corner he turned would lead him to his son. One evening, weary and disheartened, Pak Daman found himself in a park. Children played, their laughter echoing through the air, reminding him of Budi's childhood. An old woman sat on a bench, her eyes filled with a familiar longing. She saw the sadness in Pak Daman's eyes and offered him a warm smile and a cup of tea. He shared his story, his voice thick with emotion. The old woman listened patiently, her hand resting reassuringly on his. When he was finished, she spoke of her own son, a kind young man who worked tirelessly to help others. As fate would have it, her son knew Budi.